using your square there.
Yeah, I understand, but like I said earlier, right now on these maps, the grids aren't represented as feet or anything. I just wanted to use grids at this point. So right now, you're just out of range. I'm not, don't use the ruler on this map because it is not accurate. I will have to change it later.
I'm gonna ask you what's the maximum range I can back off, like one square.
Okay, like I said, you can move 4 squares and still get an attack off, or you can move 5 squares and forfeit your attack.
Well,
That's basically how we're going to do this combat.
I move a 3 square back, and then you tell me I'm out of range.
You are out of range, correct.
Well, I should know when I'm out of range, but I mean, well, when...
Okay, where you were at is fine. Grigo said that he wants to hold the line, so basically, you're going to listen to the guy holding the shield, saying we're going to hold the line here. I mean, it's advantageous for you guys too. No, well, correct. But I'm just saying, if you move 3 spaces back, Magic, you are not going to be able to attack. You will be out of range.
Can I move 1 back? I don't know.
Yeah, he said if you move 1 back, you would still be in range if you went 1 back.
Yes, if you move 1 back, I will still allow you to shoot a warg, yes. But that's pretty much all you can see, is because there's a lot of glare coming off of these two these 2 fire pits here. So yes, you can attack a warg, and you're pushing your range limit. So that's how it is. So their armor class is 8, and you rolled a 10, which I do not believe you hit.
I do.
Oh, yeah, you need to do the -1, not the +1.
I do.
Well, +1 is a -1, but for the roll, yes. And let me kind of, we're going to time out just for a second. About y'all's character sheets. I noticed when you guys were doing to hit armor class 0, you need, say, a 19 is to hit armor class 0. That's basically for every class at level 1. You need a 19. Now, when you guys were adding your strength and dex modifiers, you guys were adding numbers to them. So basically, if you needed a 19, or let's say an armor class of not 0. We'll say an armor class of 5. So basically, you needed a 14 to hit them. Now, when you guys had a strength or dex modifier of 1, 2, or 3, or whatever you have, you were adding. So if you had a 14 to hit armor class 5, and you had a +2 because of the strength, you were saying you needed a 16. Now that's actually, you're hurting yourself doing that. I know it's +2, but in all reality, you want to subtract 2, because when you get a +2 bonus, you're getting 2 bonus, 2 more numbers that's going to make you be successful. If you need to roll higher, you're kind of hurting yourself. So actually, that 14 would actually be a 12 with a +2. So I did adjust everybody's THACO charts on their character sheet, so those have been modified. So, but every time you go up a level, or if you get an item, maybe if you get a +1 weapon or something like that, you're going to have to make sure that you modify your charts, because I'm not going to modify them for you. I've got quite a bit going on already. So yeah. All right. Now also about skill checks. One other thing. Sorry, I forgot this when I was talking about the different things about the game before we started. Skill checks do not get any kind of bonus roll. So if you're using, Samoro has acrobatics, for instance. If Samoro wants to use acrobatics, he rolls his dex or lower. Now, I did see on some character sheets where there were bonuses. You do not get any kind of bonus on ability checks. So if you have a 16 dexterity, you have to roll a 16 or lower to have a successful check. That's how it works, and there are no modifications, unless every 5 levels, your character will get another point to put into an existing skill that you have, or you can purchase a new skill. Now, that is the only way that you can get a modifier. Now, say Samoro hits level 5, and he takes his point and he puts it into acrobatics. That will be the only way that he has a 16 plus 1 chance. So basically, all he has to roll is a 15. So that's the only way that you can have a bonus on skill rolls. All right, that's it. I'm done with that. So, Magic, you rolled a 10, and you need to hit AC 8, and you rolled a 10, which actually a 10 should miss. You need an 11.
Where did you see that? Because actually,
I'm looking at my DM screen right now. DM screen says AC 8, 11.
Well, you didn't take my +1 into consideration, or I don't know. Because
9 plus 1 is 10.
my base attack
still
code
need
to hit
11.
AC 8, my base attack code to hit AC 10 without any bonus is 11. AC 8, I mean.
AC 8 is, yes, you need an 11. You rolled
Well,
a 9 plus 1.
That means
Yeah,
10.
but didn't he attack with a sling?
Okay,
Whatever.
then he rolled a 9 plus 1, right? That's your, you got a plus 1, right? You got a dex or a strength bonus of +1, correct?
That's mean I roll 10. That's mean I need AC 10 to hit AC. Well, oh my god.
These are AC
Yes,
8 magic.
He needs a 10 to hit an AC 8 with a +1 on his range skill.
Yeah, that's it. Look at my chart. Man. It's loud and clear. I mean,
Because that's the same thing I have on mine. And
Yeah.
for a range, yeah. Yeah, so if he rolled a 10, that should be a hit.
He needs an 11. AC 8 is 11. I mean, yeah, AC 8 is an 11. He rolled a 9, plus his 1 bonus is a 10. I'm looking at it right here. He rolled 9 plus 1, that is 10.
That is 10. I'm looking at the THACO chart. Range plus
Yes.
1 is a 10 to hit AC 8.
Then my DM screen's off then.
because
Hold on.
if I want to punch him like with no bonus,
Hold on.
okay.
Hang on, let me log into your
This
stream.
is
and see
okay.
what you're
This is a chance to iron out the wrinkles.
seeing. Right on.
I show AC 8, you need an 11 to hit. Your roll needs to match 11 to hit. You rolled a 9, your bonus is plus 1, you have a 10 roll. A 10 is not 11.
I think the problem is that we're counting +1 twice on the THACO and
Yeah.
on the roll.
You are counting, you're definitely counting plus 1 twice.
How do
You
I
are
count
correct.
twice?
Your roll gets a plus.
You're right.
Huh?
You're right. That's exactly what was going on.
You're definitely counting it twice, because if you need, my DM screen is not wrong. I double checked it in a couple books, and the DM screen is right. So
What he's saying is you need a hard 10. You need a natural 10 to hit. Because
basically, yeah,
your-
that's it.
Your THACO chart already figures in the +1 from the roll. So if you have a +1 on your roll, then that shouldn't count, because then you're doubling up that +1. You're adding basically
Yeah,
2 to
because-
your roll.
Yeah, basically you are, because it is plus to hit. You get plus 1 to hit and plus 1 to damage. That means if you roll a 9, you actually roll a 10. If you roll a 12, you roll a 13. If you have a +3, now if you had +2, you'd be 9 plus 2, then you'd be an 11, then you would hit. But right now, you have a +1, so you did not hit.
Oh, I see. Like, I see what you're saying. Like, you're saying on his THACO, his AC, like to hit AC, has already factored in the +1. So basically, he's doing his sling
Yes.
with the
Yes.
plus already inclusive, and then +1 at the end of his roll is obviously making it a +2.
He's double dipping.
Correct. Yeah.
Double
The
dipping.
THAC0 is the target you have to hit the creature, and your bonuses are only for your roll. Your roll does not adjust anything about the THAC0. The roll just basically affects your to-hit roll, which is to-hit roll was 9. He has a 1 bonus. He's 10. He misses. He barely misses, but he still misses.
I'm glad someone pointed that out.
If you want to use the
Double
THAC0
figure it
chart,
out where's the- No, I figured out where's the error in my sheet. That's okay.
to use the THAC0 chart, you just roll 1d20 after you, because the numbers are already adjusted, so you don't add anything to the roll. You just roll the 20.
Correct. The THAC0 chart has no bias. It does not include any rolls. That is the number you need to hit, and the number that you need to hit is what you roll plus your bonuses. I should have probably explained that a little bit better, but yeah. Anyway, it's a miss. It's barely a miss, but it's a miss.
It's good to catch that now, though, is what I'm saying. Because I mean, if we're gonna adjust our THAC0 chart on our character sheet, then we do not need to add the bonus to our roll.
Yeah, or if you do add your bonus to your roll, just subtract what you actually need to hit that. And then if you tell me you have a 12, I'll tell you yes or no if it hits. So if you told me that you need a 12 to hit, if you roll a total of 13, I'll tell you, well, you can hit up to an armor class 6 or whatever.
Yeah, that was a good catch. Good job, guys.
Okay, on to the
Yay,
next
team.
person.
Okay, so Magic, that was your attack. You barely missed.
I
You almost hit him,
Okay.
but yeah.
That's okay.
All right. So I'm not really worried. And another thing about initiative, the only thing that we're going to do with initiative is my 1d6 as the NPCs or the monsters that you're fighting, and anybody in the group can. I don't care if you guys want to designate somebody each week to roll initiative or whatever, as long as initiative gets rolled. I just don't want 30 people rolling initiative at one time. So you guys talk amongst yourselves on who's going to roll party initiative when we roll it, or rotate or whatever. But we don't, like I'm saying, we don't need to roll initiative right now. So basically, and as for if the group does win initiative, honestly, I don't care who goes first. I'm not going to make the group roll again for initiative, because I know a couple different rule sets make the party roll internally to see who goes first. I'm not really worried about that, because the end result is everybody gets to do what they want to do for that round. As it's not going to matter who does it in what order. Basically, that's it. So yeah. That's all I wanted to say on that. So sorry if I stop the game, several times, and we'll explain stuff. But anyways, like I said, I don't care who goes first, who goes last.
That's what it's all about, right?
Correct.
What about spell? Do they being cast at the beginning of the next initiative?
Well, if it's a spell that takes 2 rounds, you won't do anything this round. You won't do anything next round.
Well, they all take
Then the
one
next round. Oh, okay. I'm just making an example. If they take 1 round to cast, then fine. Then you can cast that round. Like I said, you can move up to 4 spaces on this map and get an
Yes,
attack
but my
off.
question is,
A spell
when does
cast.
the attack actually occur? I mean, on the next
Whenever
turn?
it's your turn to attack, Magic, that's when you get to cast your spell. I don't care if it's a 1-round spell. You don't have to tell me at the beginning of the round, I'm casting a 1-round spell. I'm just going to automatically assume that, and you get your spell off.
All right, I have a question, Dave.
Yes.
On the initiatives and stuff, like the scenario here, like I went, Samara was first naturally because he was up there by the wards, but then I went next. Can I hold like what I want to do until I see what everything else is doing, and then make?
Correct.
my
Yeah.
turn?
If you want other people, you can say I'm just going to delay till the end of the turn, and then I'll I'll do my attack and my turn. But I just don't want everybody delaying on top of everybody, because then nothing's going to get accomplished on the round.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I will always move.
Okay, so Samora, you're down. Satharian, you're down. I don't care. Whoever wants to go, Zareth, Gregos, Jeff, you guys are in the front. Make your moves.
I'm holding the line.
All right. Zareth, Jeff. Oh boy.
All right. So I'm
Zareth's
a drunk,
charging in.
and I run up and I try to smash the warg with my hammer.
Okay. You need to hit AC 8, and as a level
Is it
1
too far
dwarf.
away?
Yeah, is he close
He had
enough?
his max movement. Actually, you moved 1, 2, 3. You can actually move here, and you can attack. But as soon as you move in, if you want to stay here, no, you're still not going to be able to attack, because you have to be, right next to the target.
Yeah, I
So,
thought I had
that
moved
is
up.
for. So just you'll get to attack next round. I mean, but as you go in here and as you're by this, this pit of fire, you can actually see a lot more orcs in here now, and you see that their bows are direct, pointing directly towards you. So
Special. I'm
yeah,
drunk.
and basically that's it. All right, Jeff.
Ooh. I pick up my spear and I aim it at that middle warg. And what's the warg's Thaco? What was it? 8?
8. So you need an 11 to hit. With bonuses, it needs to equal 11.
Oh, that's surefire.
Oh yeah, you definitely crush him. Roll your damage. And which one do you? Which one are you attacking? The
I'm
first one
throwing
on the
a
right
spear.
there. Which
Uh,
target though?
The middle one.
Okay, all right. Roll damage.
Yeah, ignore that. Ignore the words it's just throwing at it. So I lose my spear and yeah, I'll use my.
Okay,
next
now
turn to take my
don't you
spear
get
out.
bonus? Don't you get bonus damage too? Or spear
no.
is a dex missile weapon, right?
No, it's a throw weapon.
Well,
So you
I
get
threw
strength
it.
bonus.
Strength bonus is just a +1.
So
Alright.
4.
So you do 4 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go change that then.
All right, there you go. Next round, you can change weapons and charge into combat, and that will be fine. All right, next.
So everybody in the front has gone now, right? Gregos,
Pretty
Jeff,
much.
and Zer.
Yep.
Okay.
Gregos is
Okay.
delaying his movements. Gregos will go at the end of the round.
I will go next.
I'm just gonna move up. Oh, you want to go?
Sure, but I have a question. What is the range on my magic missile?
You are definitely within range for magic missile, because you are 1 closer than what magic was. So, magic missile is what was that roll for? The heck?
Just a test.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me.
Gotcha. All right. Yes, you're definitely. You do not have to roll any to hit or anything like that. Magic missile
Right.
is an automatic hit.
But how
So, which warg do you want to hit, or do you want to? That's all you're going to be able to hit, basically, is the wargs.
That's the only thing in range.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'll need to move to get line of sight on that warg next to Zareth.
Okay. Now, if you do move your anywhere up to 4 spaces, you will be able to attack other targets because they will be more visible once you get closer, and once you get more into the room, you will be able to see more targets. So, depending on where you move, will depend on what targets you will be able to look at and attack.
Alright. I'm going to attack that orc, so I just roll my 1d4.
I think Magic Missile has been modified to 1d6 plus 1.
Wow.
I gotta hold on. Do you have that on your character sheet, or do I need to look it up? Or
Oh wait, no, that's the sling is a 1d4, staff is 1d6. Pretty sure magic missile is 1d4.
If it doesn't mention in the spell
Uh,
description, it's 1d6.
Yeah, it says in the spell list it inflicts 1d6 plus 1 points of damage to any
Yeah.
creature it strikes.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it used to be 1d4, but yeah, I thought it was up to 1d6 plus 1. So you can go ahead and roll a 1d6 plus 1 damage. And which one are you shooting?
The one right in front of Zareth.
Okay, all right. So you did wow. This this wolf is definitely hurting, and he lets out a large yelp, and he starts to kind of stumble a little bit, from side to side. So you know that you definitely hurt the warg pretty good. All right, so let's see. Everybody has gone except for Purist and Gregos.
Alright, I'll take my move. I'm just...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Like, can I move through people, or do I have to, like, walk around
Yes,
them? Like, can I just...
you can count that as
Whoops.
one space. Correct.
Okay. So I'm just gonna move up 1, 2, 3, and I'll stick right here, and then I'll just
Okay.
end my...
Okay, sounds good. Now, Samora, when you moved, did you move 4 spaces or did you move 5?
I moved 5 because I didn't attack.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, so now it is Gregos. You're the final person of this round. What do you want to do?
All right. How many moves can I move and attack?
4 and attack. Correct.
I'm going to attack that one that's already been hurt.
Okay. And you also need to roll a 11. You definitely crush this thing. So basically, you hit it. Roll damage.
Oh, come on. I hit it just not very hard.
It winced. You caught it off guard. You caught it off guard. You'll get him next to go.
He semi-dodged my attack.
Such a great freaking roll for a minimum score of 1 damage. It's great. Okay, now see. That is the end of the round. That's how combat works around. And Izzy would have had an attack as well if she was here as well, but she is not here, and I don't see her in the channel. So, all right. Now, so when you come in here, Gregos, when you're into the full scope of the room now, you can actually see that there are archers and stuff, and they're basically going for Zareth and you now, because when you entered the room, you notice the orcs on the right, you've actually pulled their attention. So you can see that the handlers behind the wargs, they're also going to make their moves because they are now charging as well. But that's pretty much what you can see right now. So we are going to go ahead. That's the end of the round. Both sides have moved. So now we're not going to roll initiative. It's now the orcs' turn. So the orcs are going to start attacking. I'm just going to go from left to right to make it easier on me. So this orc archer is going to move up, and he is going to hit. He is going to shoot you. That has an AC of 1, and I have to pull up my monster to hit chart because I don't know. I had it on my desk, but hold on 1 second. I got to find it. Sorry.
1 star.
I'm gonna bet this hit.
Oh, okay, I have my book. So you have a 1 armor class. They're going to need a 19 to hit. Actually, they're going to need an 18 to hit you. So basically, it's going to be hard to hit, the tanks up front, but that's why they're wearing plate mail. So, all right, I'm going to roll an attack, a 1d a 20 attack.
That's why we stand behind them.
16. You basically have an arrow zing past your head there, Zareth, and it was definitely a close call. All right, Orc Bowman number 2 is going to move up and also attack. And Zareth, you get hit. Man, am I rolling good or what? Holy cow.
Certainly not a chili.
Yeah. All right. Damage for you, Zareth, is going to be 2 points of damage. So you need to modify your hit points.
That's my kind of roll.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to warg number 1 directly in front of you. That warg misses. The brute is going to the brute is going to come up, flank you, and actually attack as well. Oh, great! As this orc charges up, the orc basically trips on Gregos going by. I guess Gregos kind of throws a foot out there and trips him, and he actually falls onto his. He has a spiked shield, and he's going to fall on his shield for some damage. So I'm gonna roll some damage for his spiked shield. Should be a 1d4. So the orc is going to take 1 damage, and the orc is immobilized for the round because he has to pick himself up and everything. So that orc brute there will be able to attack next round. But he just took 1 point of damage from falling on his shield.
So it's Benny Hill orcs.
Basically. Okay. Chili, you have a couple wargs on you. This warg, the first warg, is going to turn and attack. Well, actually, it'd probably turn before that anyway. I'm just a little late on getting the warg turn there. So the first warg misses you. The second warg is going to attack as well. And the second warg misses as well. Now, the handler that was here is basically just going to be able to run up some spaces. So he's going to move his 5 spaces, and he's going to start charging towards the back of the party because orcs can see pretty good in darkness. So he sees that there are other people, so he's going to start charging down the hall.
Just a question real quick. Do these orcs have
Sure.
infravision? Or do they just have regular dark vision?
I don't know. Why don't you tell
Orcs
me?
only have
You go
dark
look it up.
vision.
Yeah, I think they have. I think they have. I think it's the kind that actually senses heat.
That
Heat
would be
shadows, I
infravision.
think. Yeah, infravision. Okay. All right. So we have 2 bowmen over here on the right-hand side that are going to shoot. So Jeff,
Got my
you're
buckler.
going to have. You are okay.
Booyah.
That's good. Have you modified your armor class? Wow, Mr. Zero. So here we go. They're gonna have to roll a 19 to hit you.
And everybody's a better tank than me. What the hell?
Specially made halfling plate mail.
As you hold your buckler up, this archer, you catch him out of the corner of your eye, pointing the bow at you, and you raise your buckler just in time to absorb an arrow, which actually it does no damage to you. So the orc